Hey, you guys, welcome back to the show. First of all, thank you all so much for all the love. I'm so grateful to have you along on this journey with me. Everybody has been so supportive, so I just want to take a moment to appreciate where we are, how far we have come, and how resilience and consistency has been the key to producing this podcast week in and week out, baby, because it has not been easy, but it has been so worth it, so fulfilling. Again, I'm grateful for all the reviews, all of the likes, the comments, the shares. We have over 6,000 views on YouTube. We have, over 20,000 views on across all platforms. That's Instagram, TikTok. I think we went viral on TikTok a couple of days ago. So it's been crazy. But I just wanted to say thank you as usual. Life is always throwing curveballs, but we keep moving forward. And that's something to be thankful for. I've been thinking a lot about, there are so many reasons not to record. There are so many reasons not to post. It's not perfect. Or, what about the audio? Or what about the visual? How am I going to tell this story? What B-roll do I need? What photos do I need? Is this catchy? What should I say? What should I do? Oh my God, y'all, it's so many reasons every week to not post and to not record and to not do this thing. Honestly, I'm recording this episode at 11:13 p.m. on a Wednesday night. My daughter is in the other room, but I said, you know what? I have something on my heart. I have something on my mind, and my audience is waiting for me. So let me go out there and reach them. And so thank you. I'm here with you, and thank you for being here with me as well. So that's going to be the topic of today's show, resiliency and consistency, because hello, we all need some. And I was scrolling on Instagram the other day, and this viral post is making its way around. There's this doctor named Raquel Hopkins, and she is a capacity expert. And I'm like, I have never heard of that before. So she talks about the drama. Well, let's talk a little bit about the drama surrounding mental health, and then we'll get to more into what Dr. Hopkins is doing. So I was thinking, when I was reading her page, I'm like, have we been duped into victimhood? Like, there is so much talk about struggling, but have we lost sight on how to thrive? Are we settling for just managing life when we could be growing through it? It's easy to get stuck in a mindset where survival becomes the goal rather than thriving. And I think we've all been there, especially me. So again, this is why I wanted to talk about and really just dive into the journey of Dr. Raquel Hopkins. Hopefully she can come be on the show one day. And she's reshaping how we think about personal development and mental health. So her story is incredible. This is what I got from reading her LinkedIn. So she was a VP of HR. She had the family. She had the success, the husband, the kids, what it quote unquote looks like to be successful. But she admits that she was feeling some deep emptiness that, so many of us know all too well. She didn't want to settle for just, okay, this is what life is. This is how it is. Even though I seemingly have everything good on paper, I'm still feeling this emptiness. But according to, the current mental health of the 2020s, right? This is just the way life is, right? This is just something that we need to swallow. And she said, no, this is not something I need to swallow. I want to be able to grow through this feeling. And now she's helping others do the same. In her words, if you're ready to stop settling and start thriving, I'm here to guide you to the next level of your own development. So that is what's on her Instagram, on her website. Homegirl got a whole brand around expanding the capacity for us to grow through life instead of just cope with it. Something she said literally stopped me in my tracks. She wrote, if you need a script, a boundary, or a self-care day just to make it through normal life stress, you're not building mental health, you're outsourcing it. She said, do you need distance from people to feel emotionally regulated? Do you avoid situations that challenge you instead of learning to handle them? Do you rely on external validation to confirm you're doing the right thing? So, when I read those, I'm like, oh my God, like, is she in my room? Like, is she talking to me? How does she know me? Because I most definitely will cut somebody off in a minute if I feel like, they don't align, or they're hurting my feelings, or they are not opening up to me, or they don't align with who I am and all this shit. But, as I was reading what she wrote, I'm like, damn, that's really, I mean, you will eventually be alone, cut everybody off, right? Like, you don't want that. I don't want that. I want to I want to live in a world where I am free, right? Where I am growing and my capacity for adversity grows with me instead of shrinks, or instead of me shying away from people, places, and things that trigger me, right? I want to be able to deal with my life and face the things. I don't want to run away from everything. She really made me sit down and think. I've had some relationships in my life that were so triggering and deeply hurtful that at one point I made my mind to never speak to that person again. And I'm not going to lie, there was a lot of pain and frustration in that decision. But I mean, in my defense, I did try to speak with them, before, to address the things, to kind of fix it. But, again, we're all struggling to deal with the complexities of life. And, now that I'm thinking about it, the capacity to deal with these things is a foreign concept to a lot of us, especially those of us from previous generations, right? Who, first of all, mental health as it is today was never even something that they talked about. So, I really got to be a little bit more realistic with what I'm asking of people. But as for me and my house, I want to be able to encourage my children to grow and to expand their capacity for adversity, to become resilient, and to not be afraid to face life, right? So it really just got me thinking, what if I'm just not equipped to handle things in the way that I need to? And what that looks like, being able to expand my capacity for love and for people and for the current condition of the world and the current condition of my life. How have I contributed to the current condition of my life through avoidance? But also, what can I do to, again, dig a little deeper, be a little bit more honest and transparent with the things that I have and the things that I want, and really be able to fulfill myself on a deeper level. So I want to thank you, Dr. Hopkins, for expanding this thought in my brain, and I look forward to hopefully interviewing you on the show. And I also look forward to this new journey, this new idea to explore, and to just expand the capacity. So thank you, Dr. Hopkins. So here are a couple of tools. We can start now. I'm no expert. I am here along with you, but along with some thinking and some reflection and a little ChatGPT, here are a couple of things that I've been able to come up with to at least help us start on this path. So first things first, shift your mindset. Let's move from coping to thriving. Awareness is the first step. Recognize when you are in a state of coping, right? Are you reacting from a place of fear or anxiety? Are you just trying to survive the moment, or are you actually engaging with it? Do you feel it in your body? We have to stop being afraid of our feelings. Let's stop being afraid of our feelings. Can we, class? Can we be happy? Can we be sad and feel the sadness? Can we feel betrayed? Can we feel embarrassed or guilt or shame or vulnerability? Can we feel these things? Can we be able to, can we get strong enough to just at least face the emotion, right? Like, have we gotten so far away from these things that we don't even want to feel what we feel? We're human beings, right? We're not human deadings or doings. We are human beings. We are being. We are alive. There is no life without pain. There is no life without suffering, right? Or you dead. You can't be happy all the time. That's impossible. So I love that. Let's engage with the pain, baby. Shifting your mindset includes acknowledging that it's okay to face difficulty head on, but you don't have to just survive it. You can learn from it and grow stronger. Number 2, build emotional capacity through emotional intelligence, or EQ. Now, this is about understanding and managing your emotions. So start practicing identifying your emotions before they take control. Hey, depression. Hey, anxiety. hey, embarrassment, hey, manipulation, bitch. Like, call it out. Call it out. Hey, shame, hey, guilt, hey, rage. I'm angry as hell. Like, get in there, call it what it is so that you can name it. And it's not just some big bad wolf happening in the dark where you don't have any control over it. Like, no, emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about being aware of what's happening within and learning how to navigate those emotions productively. That might mean recognizing your frustration or anxiety in a conversation and pausing to process before reacting. Recognizing your frustration or anxiety in the moment while it's happening. Wow. That is tough. I mean, I've been in situations where I'm like, somebody says something, somebody that I'm talking to that I have an unhealed wound with, or we have suppressed emotions between each other, and they say something or they do something. It could be months later, a year later, years later, whatever. Even though those emotions are still suppressed, they say something and I'm just like, I should knock your mother. You know what I'm saying? Like man, the body keeps score. The body does not forget. Okay? I understand why it's frustrating to face these things head on, but it's best to do it when you see something, say something. It is best to do it right then and there. Man, that is so powerful. That is such a powerful way to acknowledge something in the moment and express how you're feeling about it in the moment instead of leaving, letting it linger. What you should have, could have said, something you said it in the car, or your kids are getting it, your spouse is getting it, your work is getting it, the barista at Starbucks is getting it. It's like, bro, I ain't even do nothing to you. What's going on with you, bro? Number 3, embrace discomfort as a growth tool. So stop avoiding conflict. Growth doesn't happen when we're constantly avoiding uncomfortable situations. When we face conflict and stress, we're offered the chance to expand our emotional capacity. Instead of running from discomfort, lean into it. Reframe it as an opportunity to develop your ability to handle stress rather than something to be avoided. Now, I've seen firsthand how avoidance manifests physically. Hoarders, they love to avoid. I mean, I've seen it firsthand what it's like to avoid the pain of a situation. But you can't grow like that. Growth doesn't happen when we're constantly avoiding uncomfortable situations. There are people out there avoiding looking you in the eye and refusing to grow as a result of that. I know somebody in my life right now who avoids me, avoids looking in my eyes, avoids really talking to me on a real deep level, not a facade, not the surface level, but I'm talking about somebody who is should be very close to me, but does not want to talk to me. And they keep avoiding the discomfort, avoiding the conflict. And as a result, we both suffer. Our relationship suffers. We avoid the growth in our relationship. So it is very sad. And I can feel it physically. Sometimes I feel that in my stomach. Sometimes I feel it in my womb. You feel the tensity. It's tense. It's a tensity. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're going to roll with that. Let's roll into number 4. So develop problem-solving skills. Move from reaction to response. Instead of just reacting to daily stress or conflict, start practicing the art of responding. Take a moment to assess the situation. What's really happening here? What's the bigger picture? How can I move forward in a way that aligns with my values and goals, not just my immediate emotions? This gives you more control over your reactions and builds resilience. I love that. I'm going to take that to my parenting role, because there have been many times where I just react in a moment. I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm overwhelmed. I'm having thoughts in my mind that have absolutely nothing to do with my daughter, but because I am reacting, everything is reactionary. Now I'm responding to her with frustration and anger. And I hurt her feelings, and I'm not afraid to say that, but I apologize. But I think parents, we all do that. But I think, again, being able to, first of all, apologize and explain, like, okay, she's too in her mind. She needs to be present and see what's happening here, right? What's the bigger picture? And again, moving in a way that aligns with my values and my goals to have respect between my daughter and I. That's something that I value, a relationship with my daughter and I. My goals are to continue on a mother-daughter relationship that helps us both grow. Number 5, strengthen your mind-body connection. Physical practices for mental resilience. Expanding your capacity for growth isn't just about the mind, it's also about your body. Stress is often stored in our bodies, so practices like yoga, meditation, or simply regular movement can help release that stored tension and expand your capacity to handle daily stress. When your body feels more resilient, your mind does too. So doing your yoga, doing your stretching, if you need to go to the gym, if you need to do a run, like really just being able to strengthen, again, that mind-body connection is everything. I have never left the gym and said I should not have gone. I have always been naturally happy after leaving the gym. And it's not hardcore workouts. It's just, taking time for myself, releasing those feel-good hormones naturally, and really just stretching and breathing and getting out of your head and into your body. Those things they work wonders for me. And number 6, cultivating a growth-oriented environment, which I love this one. Surround yourself with people and resources that encourage growth. Who you interact with can deeply impact your capacity for growth. If your circle promotes victimhood, it'll be harder to expand your mindset. Seek out mentors, communities, and resources that challenge you to grow, not just hope. Your tribe is your vibe, okay? Like, stop hanging around victims. They mean you no good. People who have a victim mindset, who always see an obstacle, they always see a problem, they never ever see an opportunity. That starts to weigh in on you and seep into you. Eventually you start giving up. You don't want to go that extra mile. You don't want to do that extra thing. I cannot stress that enough, right? Hang out with people who activate the warrior inside of you. And number 7, let go of perfectionism. Focus on progress, not perfection. One of the biggest barriers to expanding our capacity is perfectionism. If you expect yourself to always get it right or be perfectly calm and composed, you're setting yourself up for failure. Embrace the idea that growth is messy. It's about learning from your missteps and using them as fuel for development. Love that. So, actionable steps to start today. Number 1, practice mindfulness. Take 5 minutes each day to check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling emotionally and physically. This builds awareness of your stress triggers. Number 2, commit to small changes. Seek out small, manageable challenges that require you to stretch your emotional capacity. Whether it's having a difficult conversation, managing a stressful project at work, or setting a boundary with someone. Number 3, get curious about your triggers. Instead of reacting to stress, get curious. Ask yourself, what is this really about? Or why is this situation causing me discomfort? Understanding your triggers helps you handle them better next time. And number 4, daily reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on what challenged you, how you handled it, and what you learned from it. Over time, this practice helps you expand your emotional and mental capacity. By focusing on eternal growth, emotional awareness, resilience, and the ability to respond rather than react, you begin to expand your capacity for life's challenges. All right, y'all. Here's my unsolicited advice. We have everything we need in order to keep pushing. You still have breath in your body. You still have an opportunity to change. It's not over. We've all got the power to keep going, to expand our capacity, and to turn those moments of stress and conflict into opportunities for growth. So don't settle for just coping. At the end of the day, you have to work out and build that internal reserve of resilience. And so I believe in you, and thank you so much for listening. Until next time.